So in 1937, Walt Disney produced the very first animated movie of all time, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. A very by-the-numbers adaptation of the timeless Grimm fairy tale of the same name. In 1940, he produced Pinocchio, an adaptation of the Italian novel of the same name that was a morality story of a wooden puppet who wanted to become a real boy. And in 1940 again, Walt Disney must have just walked into one of his staff meetings, or whatever they called them in those days, looked at his large board of ideas, and must have looked at his past two projects, and he must have just said, you know what, this time around, we're doing something completely different. We're going to do something that the people are never going to expect. And boy, did he ever. This time around, for his third project, he decided to make something that he described as an entirely new form of entertainment. And what they eventually came up with, unfortunately, didn't turn out the way they wanted to. Like I said, they wanted this to be like the next big new form of entertainment, and it unfortunately didn't come to be. And they wanted this to be like the new big thing, and Walt Disney wanted to do this every 10 years or so, but because of box office results and other difficulties, yeah, it unfortunately didn't become just that. Though I still have to commend Walt Disney and his team for taking such a huge risk with something the audience has never seen before and might not even take to as much as they wanted to. And Fantasia is one of those perfect examples of why I love the golden era of Disney so much. In this era, Walt Disney experimented. Always tried to push the boundaries of what could be done with animation. He didn't care if the audience might not take to it. If it's ahead of its time, you could bet Walt would have went for it. And with Fantasia, he tried to create a whole new form of entertainment. There's not really a whole lot that I think I can really say about it. It's just a really fascinating idea of taking some of the best classical pieces of music, like Beethoven's symphony or stuff like that, and producing animated sequences to synchronize with the music. As the host explains in the movie, these segments were what the Disney animators imagined when they listened to the music, and they drew what they imagined to match up with the music. Sometimes it's just abstract images that don't really mean anything, and sometimes it tells a definite story. Segments that tell a story such as Sorcerer's Apprentice and The Rite of Spring are easily my favorites. And Rite of Spring is my favorite out of the whole lot because, well, fucking dinosaurs. I have a cousin who's in film school, and I once wrote this 54-page script that I sent to him, to get his opinion on it. And when he sent me his critique of it, he said that I had too much exposition. And he also said to me, the perfect script would have no dialogue whatsoever. So that translates to the perfect movie would also have no dialogue. Well, here is a movie with no dialogue whatsoever apart from the host, yet still manages to tell compelling narratives through only the music and the visuals. So going by that logic, Fantasia is probably the perfect movie. Fantasia is just glorious animation mixed with glorious music to create a masterpiece of cinema. But it's also, sadly, Walt Disney's failed attempt to create an entirely new form of entertainment. But even if Fantasia didn't turn into the next big form of entertainment like Walt Disney wanted it to be, it was still a really fascinating and ambitious idea that was ahead of its time and that me and plenty of other people still find entertaining even to this day. So I can't say it was a total failure. But unfortunately, again, Walt Disney, after the failure of Fantasia, would never try anything this ambitious and groundbreaking again. If you agree or disagree with this video, be sure to discuss in the comments section, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also be sure to check out my blog at The Critical Canucks at blogspot.ca, and also be sure to follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook, all that jazz. Links to all those are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you next time. Peace out, everybody.